Okay, next we're going to look at Chapter 3, Section 5, which is graphing an equation using slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form is represented by the equation y equals mx plus b, where the m right there represents the slope, and this b, including the sign, represents the y-intercept where it crosses the y-axis. So if we had the equation y equals 1/3 x plus 2, just by looking at the equation, we know that our slope would be 1/3, and we know our y-intercept, including the sign, would be positive 2. So we could know that it should cross the y-axis at 2, and it should have a rise of 1 and a run of 3. Alright, so we can identify the slope and y-intercept just given the equation. So if we have this y equals 3x plus 2, well, if we use y equals mx plus b, our m, whatever's in that m position, is 3, which is our slope. So this is also the slope. And whatever's in the b position is the y-intercept. And that happens to be 2. And this was going to be the y-intercept. Looking at this equation here, again, using y equals mx plus b. Looking again what's in the m position, we've got -5, so that's going to be the slope. That's what m is. And our b, including the sign, is going to be -3. And this is going to be our y-intercept. Alright, so we can take this equation here, 2x plus y equals 4, and use slope-intercept form to graph it, but first we have to put it in slope-intercept form. So we have to get it to look like y equals mx plus b. We have to get it in that form. So we've got 2x plus y equal to 4. We want to rewrite the equation so y is by itself. Well, to get y by itself, we have to undo this adding by 2x. To undo adding by 2x, we're just going to subtract 2x. But what you do to one side of the equation, you have to do to the other. So when you put 2x and -2x together, you get 0. So on the left, we have just y. On the right, we've got -2x and a positive 4. Okay, so if we look at that, and what's in the m position is going to be 2, and that's our slope. But 2 as a fraction is 2 over 1. So on top is our rise, on the bottom is our run, because slope is rise over run. In our y-intercept, the b position, we've got a positive 4. So what we should do is take the y-intercept and graph that first. We know that it should cross the y-axis at 4. So going over to our graph, go to 4 and put a point there. So it's got to go through there. Our slope is negative. I forgot the -2 here, so I'm going to put the negative in here. Slope is -2, so we are going to go down 2 over 1. So if it's negative, that means we go down. So we go down 2 over 1, and we put a point there. Once we've got those 2 points, we can draw a line through it, and there is the equation, that equation graphed. Alright, so now we can do the same thing here. We've got the equation 2x plus 3y equals 6. But again, to use slope-intercept form, we've got to have it in the form of y equals mx plus b, so we have to rearrange it. So we've got negative 2x plus 3y equal to 6. Well, we want to get y by itself, so we got to get rid of this, undo the adding by negative 2x. So if we add 2x here, that will, the negative 2x and positive 2x will give you 0. But if you add 2x on one side, you've got to add 2x to the other side to keep the equation balanced. So on the left side, we now have 3y. On the right side, we have 2x plus 6. Y is still not by itself. It's being multiplied by 3, so we have to undo the multiplication here. Well, the opposite of multiply by 3 is divide by 3. So if we do that, that will simplify and give us 1y on the left side. But if we divide the left side by 3, we've got to divide everything else by 3. So 2 divided by 3, we're just going to leave it as 2/3, so that's our x. 6 divided by 3 is 2. And if we're looking at slope-intercept form, in the m we have 2 over 3. So that gives us our rise over our run. This is going to be our rise. This is going to be our run. Our b or y-intercept is going to be 2. So, getting an x and y axis here, let's go ahead and graph the y-intercept. So here's 2. It's going to cross the y-axis at 2. Our slope is 2/3. So we want to, from the y-intercept, we want to rise 2 and run 3. So we go up 2, up 1, 2. We're going to go over 3, 1, 2, 3, and put a point there. Then draw a line through.